I'm Dr. Angela McBurney of DoctorFlute.com, and today's flute tip is on relaxing your tongue, your throat, and your jaw when you play. Tongue, throat, and jaw tension are something that can plague us throughout our flute playing existence. If I'm especially tired, if I'm a little bit out of shape, then I think the first thing that comes is this jaw tension here. And sometimes the next thing probably would be throat tension. But these things can really inhibit your tone. You can have a nice tone, but if you find out that you are tight here, you're tight in your jaw, and your tongue is not lying flat and just relaxed in there, then you're probably not getting the best tone, and we all want the best tone. Sometimes I find when I'm playing, I feel this tightness in this jaw area. And if my jaw is tight, I know for sure that my throat is tight. I'm pretty sure that if I go with the throat, if I say, let me relax this throat, my jaw will relax too. Yeah. So I think when I realize that my jaw is tight, my throat is definitely tight as well. But to fix it, I think about my throat being loose, and then that relaxes the jaw. Play around a little bit and see if you feel like there's tension. Now, tongue, we don't really think about the tongue too much. I was watching a video on a vocalist talking about tongue tension and how you massage the tongue, and it was all a little bit too much for me to think about massaging the tongue and other stuff like that. But it did make me think about, do I have any tongue tension while I'm playing? And maybe sometimes I do. I know that if I double tongue a lot, it's not that my tongue is tired. It's only going to be tired if I'm not double tonguing the right way. But it might be getting a little bit tense in there. And so thinking about, all right, let me see, when I ta and I just leave my tongue down, is it staying nice and loose? Or ta, 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 does it get tight? And if you tongue a lot, maybe you can analyze yourself what's happening with your tongue. Is it getting tight too? Because all three areas contribute towards having that nice, beautiful, relaxed, resonant tone quality. So if I take this beginning of the Mozart concerto, I'm playing an A here. And if I'm thinking, okay, let me loosen up my jaw. One thing that helps me is to make sure that I'm very loose on the lip plate here. It's really very, very loose. You could just fling it away with one finger. It's that loose. When my jaw is getting tighter, I know for a fact that the pressure of my first finger pressing the flute against my lip has gotten worse. So I want to be able to do that. Yep, just, I have my students play and I will walk away, and if I can't easily do this, because I usually can't, and they're struggling, I have to push and then pull it away from their face. I say, I want to be able to just with one finger, just move it. Then they know that they're playing with way too much tension. And if there's tension here, it's going to come out in your jaw and in your throat. Now, to really relax that jaw, it's all about the throat. If you take that yawning breath, one that expands your throat this way and allows that upper part of your throat into your sinuses to relax as well, the tongue should go down. If you do that, you feel that soft palate up here relax, move up. The tongue is relaxed and goes down. And then when I play, I'm making sure that I keep this loose. making sure throughout that whole thing I don't. Now, this is a slow movement, and it's easier for me to think about this all the way through. Keeping it loose, and I'll check that through there. And every time I take my breath, where it can be harder to make sure that you're keeping your throat open is when you're in the middle of a passage that's going fast. Let's see, let me try. Right there, I had to take a really fast breath. And if I'm not prepared for that, what happens is this. And you could hear, I gasped for it. I did that kind of a breath. And if I'm doing that, I did not open my throat. Now, truthfully, there is not any difference in time between a gasping breath and an open throat breath. It's just as fast. We are just programmed to take that gasping breath. And it takes a lot of thought to take that kind of a breath. But when you take that breath, if I take a gasping breath, I mean, just do it. I get tight, completely tight in here. All right. So not only is this tight and I can feel it, it's tight in here. But if I take a yawning breath, it feels very loose in here. And I feel like my jaw is completely relaxed. And if you have any TMJ problems, it's definitely something that you want to work on. Now, it's not easy to learn how to take that kind of a breath in the middle of a fast passage. You have to work at it. You have to be consciously thinking about, oh, I took that gasping breath. Let me go back and fix it, because you wanted to erase the mistake of the gasping breath and teach your brain here that when you come to a spot where you need a fast breath, it has to do that kind of breath. It needs to be open, and then when you play, you're going to come back in. And then my throat is going to stay open all the way through there, and I'm going to keep a good, beautiful tone all the way through. So if you have trouble, if you think you have trouble, and probably 100% of you do, somewhere along the way, none of us are exempt from having throat tension, jaw tension, and think about your tongue. Is your tongue nice and loose and staying down and not tightly coming up to do your tonguing, which is going to slow you down when you want fast articulation? Analyze that and then see what is it that's going to help you. Is it the pressing here with your first finger, pressing, in here, pressing this against your lip? Is it taking the gasping breath there that then jams up the jaw? Or is it really a jaw thing? I think you can be a person who has just a tight jaw all the time, and it's just tight, and I need to just relax it, just open it up and let it stay loose. I feel I have a little bit of a TMJ in the clicking sounds, and if my jaw's too tight, I just really feel that kind of tension in there. I don't have pain from it, I just feel tension. So work on relaxing, because, hey, anything that can help us improve our tone and get the tone we're looking for is definitely worth working on. Relax your tongue, relax your throat, and relax your jaw. And sometimes that means relaxing your first finger, so it's not creating that pressure of the lip plate on your lip. That's today's flute tip. If you like today's flute tip, press the like button, subscribe, comment below, and share it with your friends.